PC electronics. So a lot of recruitments is actually happening from Accenture nowadays. So how to crack Accenture? What is the selection process? What are the various stages of assessment? And what are the interview questions that you can expect? So in today's video, we are going to see in detail about the selection process of Accenture. So a lot of people want to join Accenture. If you are also interested in that, if you're also interested in joining Accenture, or if Accenture is your dream company, then please do watch this video till the end. Also, if you are seeing the channel for the first time, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow us on our Instagram page. So let's see about the selection process of Accenture in detail. So before moving to the selection process, who all are eligible to apply for Accenture? So Accenture generally hire people as freshers, and they mainly hire people from backgrounds BB Tech, ME Tech, MCA, BCA, BSc and MSc. So they hire freshers as new associates. Okay. So these all streams of education are eligible, and sometimes they hire any graduates for some non-technical or non-coding jobs. Okay. So mostly all streams of education is eligible to apply for Accenture drives. So that is the eligibility criteria. Now, after you see a notification and you apply for it, then if you are getting shortlisted, you will be getting a mail that you are being shortlisted for the Accenture selection process. And then there will be two stages of selection. The first stage will be assessment, and the second stage will be an interview. Mostly for freshers, they conduct technical and HR interview together. Okay, so there will be only one interview process, which will be consisting of questions from technical background, also coding questions and HR questions. Okay, so there will be two stages of selection: assessment and interview. So first, let us discuss about the assessment. So Accenture follows a separate pattern of assessment itself. They have a very detailed procedure of assessment, which will be consisting of 3 stages. Now, don't worry about the assessment. If you are not having any idea about how the assessment is going to be, there is actually a mock test which they will give you before the actual assessment. Okay, so there is a mock test which will be happening for 20 minutes. It is actually to ensure that whether your software is good or whether the internet connection is good, and also it will be giving you an idea about how the actual test is going to be. Okay, so there is a mock test, or it is a practice test, which will be happening before the actual assessment. Now, talking about the actual assessment, it consists of 3 stages. So the assessment of Accenture consists of 3 stages. The first stage is technical questions and cognitive related questions. Second stage is coding questions or coding round. Third stage is communication test. So we are going to see in detail about what all sessions you have to prepare for these 3 stages. So stage 1 is cognitive plus technical round. There are 50 questions from cognitive session and 40 questions from technical. So talking about the cognitive, there is 50 questions and you have to prepare the areas: English ability, critical thinking, problem solving and abstract reasoning. These are the areas you have to prepare. So it is mainly testing your aptitude skills, problem solving skills, time management. These are the things that they are going to test in the cognitive area. Okay, so there is questions from English subject also, and aptitude, critical thinking, problem solving, etc. Now, talking about the next part in the stage 1, which is technical, there are questions from Common Application and MS Office. Pseudocodes will be given to you. You have to find the answers of the pseudocodes, or you have to find some errors in the pseudocode. Then fundamentals of networking, security and cloud. So there are 40 questions from technical area, and these all sessions you have to prepare for the technical. Okay, so this is the stage 1 of assessment, which is consisting of cognitive and technical questions. Okay, so after the stage 1 of assessment, within 5 to 10 minutes you will be getting to know that whether you have cracked the stage 1 of assessment or not. You have to get cutoff marks, and session wise cutoff marks you have to get. Only then you will be cracking the stage 1 of assessment. Okay, so that is the stage 1. Now, talking about the stage 2, it is actually coding round. And for the stage 2, there is 45 minutes time duration. There will be 2 coding questions given to you. You have to solve the coding questions, and there is actually option available in which you have to select one of the given languages. and in that language you have to give the coding test. Now, which all languages they are preferring? C, C++, .NET, Java, Python. These are the language options available, out of which you have to select one language, and in that language you have to solve 2 coding questions. The stage 1 and stage 2 of assessments will be happening on the same day itself, but the stage 3 will be happening on a separate day, for which you will be getting a separate mail that you have cracked stage 1 and 2. Now you are being called for the stage 3 of assessment. Now in the stage 3, there is a communication test or communication assessment going to happen, and the duration of this test is 30 minutes. As I have told you, it will be happening on a separate day. So your communication will be assessed here. Okay. Now, which all areas you have to prepare? First one, sentence mastery. Some sentences will be given to you. You have to correct the sentence or make the sentence in the proper order. Then vocabulary test, fluency test, and pronunciation. So these are the areas you have to prepare for the communication assessment. So this will be happening on a separate day, and you will be getting some time to prepare for it. So if you crack the stage 1 and stage 2, only then you will be called for the stage 3 of assessment. So these are the 3 stages of assessments happening for Accenture selection process. Now, going to the second part of selection process, which is interview. As I've told you in the beginning of this video, the interview is consisting of questions from technical area plus HR area. Both the questions will be asked together in a single interview. Okay. Now we are going to see which all areas you have to prepare and what are the different types of questions that can come in the Accenture interview. Moving to the interview questions of Accenture. So there are some typical questions you can expect in Accenture interview. The first one, which is a very common question seen in all interviews, that is, tell me about yourself. Okay, so if you are having trouble in figuring out the answer for this question, there is a separate video on our channel which you can see, in which I have explained some ideas about how to answer this question, which is tell me about yourself. Okay, so the link I'll be putting in description. So this is a question which you can find in all interviews, not just for Accenture, but for all interviews. Second question you can face is about your weaknesses. Sometimes they'll be asking you about your strengths. Okay, strength or weaknesses. Then third, there'll be surely questions from your stream, why you have chosen your stream. So if you are belonging to EC, then you will be asked that what is the reason for selecting electronics stream. And also you can expect questions from your resume. Okay. Fourth question, why you have chosen a career in IT. Means if you are from EC background, then why you have shifted from core field to IT field. These type of questions you can expect. Next, there will be questions from technical area and coding area. So this interview is technical plus HR interview. So you can definitely expect coding questions or questions related to coding languages. So you will be asked to select any one programming language. For example, if you are selecting Java, there will be questions connected to that programming language. For example, if you are selecting Java, then questions will be there from Java, its basics, syntax, etc. Okay. Next question, there will be definitely questions from your final year project, and they will be asking you what was your role in that final year project, what all technologies you have used, what is the coding language you have used, what are the softwares. So there will be definitely questions from your final year project. Okay. So since you are a fresher, there will be definitely questions from your resume and your final year project. They will be asking you about what was your role in your project, what all things you have done, which are the softwares you have used, what are the technologies you have used. These related questions or your project related questions will be there for sure. Okay. The next question is an HR related questions. They will be asking you in the next 5 years where you will see yourself. Okay. What will be the growth in your career? What is your expectations? How you see your growth? What is your expectations that where you will be in your next 5 years? Okay. After your 5 years. This question I was also faced when I have given interview for Capgemini. Okay, so this is a typical question. It is an HR related question. You can expect in all IT company interviews. Okay, what is your expectations after 5 years? Then next question is you will be also asked that do you have any questions for me? The interviewer will be giving you a chance to clarify any of your doubts if you are having. So do you have any questions for me? This type of a question you can expect. Okay, so these are some typical questions which you can expect in Accenture interview. So these are some questions which you can expect in Accenture interviews. Okay, these are some typical questions which you can expect. There are technical questions, coding questions, and also there is HR related question. Okay, so both will be clubbed together as a single interview. So these questions were actually shared with me by one of the persons who got selected in Accenture. These are not random questions taken from the internet, but actual questions which were shared with me by one of a person who got selected in Accenture. Okay, I'll be sharing the details of that person here. So these are the things which you have to keep in mind if you are preparing for Accenture interviews and also assessment. So we have seen about all the dimensions of Accenture selection process, what is going to be the assessment, what is going to be the areas you have to prepare for the assessment, what is the interview, which are areas you have to prepare for the interview. Okay, as a fresher, in my opinion, you have to study at least the basics of any of the coding languages like C, C++, Java or Python. Okay, so talking about programming language, the basics or the basic syntax is its knowledge is mandatory. Okay, so all the IT companies test the basic knowledge. You don't have to go into the depth, but basics, syntax, what are the keywords, these type of things at least you have to study. Okay, so that's all for today's video. A lot of people was asking me about selection process videos for various companies. So Accenture is a company which conduct recruitment drives or off-campus drives very frequently. So this will be definitely useful for you because every month you can see that Accenture is hiring bulk amount of people. So if you're also trying for Accenture, then definitely this will be useful. So please share this video with your friends. Tell them to prepare according to this way. And you also prepare for Accenture if you are interested. Okay, that's all for today's video. A lot of people is supporting the channel, so keep supporting. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and also like the video if you found it useful. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for supporting the channel. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Keep on watching.